Welcome to the Catamount Football Show with Coach Matt Land. I'm Bill Mayo, and this week we'll take a look back at the game with Alexander and also talk about the upcoming home game contest with the Douglas Tigers. So stay right here, back with more Catamount football after these messages.
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr., the owner here at Transformers Transmission Complete Auto Repair Specialist. Welcome to our brand new facility. Here at Transformers, we specialize in all automatic and manual foreign and domestic transmissions, not to mention brakes, AC tune-ups, and much, much more. Come on in and relax in our lounge while our technicians take care of your automotive needs. Here at Transformers Transmission, we can make it shift, we can make it cold, we can make it stop, and I guarantee we can make it go.
Jason Denson, Ford of Dalton, North Georgia's fastest growing dealership. New vehicles come with my exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty. I will do whatever it takes to earn your business. Ford of Dalton, there's no reason to shop anywhere else.
Thank you to all of our customers and clients over the years.
Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty's been guiding the Dalton-Whitfield community home since 1974.
Please contact the #1 real estate company in Northwest Georgia for all your real estate needs.
Hi, I'm Mitch Sanford, President of First Bank of Dalton. During these challenging times filled with uncertainties, there's one thing that is still certain, and that is your bankers at First Bank of Dalton are still here to meet with you, take your call, and assist you with all of your financial needs. We have served our community for over 20 years, and we are still making local decisions and providing exceptional service, even if that looks a bit different today. At First Bank of Dalton, we are still putting you first.
Welcome back to Catamount Football. Coach Land, let's talk a little bit about the game with Alexander. We're starting to sound like a broken record, but it was a hard-fought game. I thought kids played well. We just came up a little short at the end, right?
Absolutely. It's probably, if you look at it top to bottom, it's probably the most complete game that we've played, first of all, as a team. So you know that progress is being made. Certainly the offense played very, very well, scoring 28 points.
And I was going to say, and Alexander was in the top 10, or they still may be, of scoring defenses in our classification.
Yeah, they were number 6 in our classification.
That was very good. We scored.
Yeah, absolutely. And then and the bigger part of that for us as an offense was the fact that there were sustained drives, not just scoring off of turnovers, not just showing off of serve fails. Defense, once again, turned in a good, solid game. We had a couple of big plays which led to scores, but overall, very explosive offense to hold them to 31 points. I know that sounds like a lot, but the reality is they were very good offense. And so, they were, but the big one that kind of put the one that hurt us was the opening kickoff for a touchdown, and that kind of was the one that you just kind of look back and you go, I'd like to have that back over again. I'd love to have that one back.
Talk about what that does to it, both sides of that picture when you're the team that it happens to, first play of the game, and then also when you're the team that does it. Yeah, and a
funny thing, I've been in this 28 years, and I was trying to think during this kind of time, when has that happened? And I can only think of in the 28 years, 2 times that has happened, either to us on an opening kickoff or for us on an opening kickoff. And we had a couple last year. One was called back. 2 things happen. I think number one, as a defense, particularly if you're that team that scored, you now kind of go, oh, we've got some room now. We got a 7 points that was free. If you're an offense, you kind of go, oh, that's great, man. We've got 7 points, and we can kind of now, we're already up. So if it's a score-to-score game, we can kind of do some things we don't normally do. On our side, this is where I was very proud of our team, because the reality is that 7 points led to an additional 14 very quickly on the first 2 drives, and we're sitting down 21-0. So it can start an avalanche that builds into something very big. But our guys did an outstanding job, offense, defense, and special teams, of coming back together, tightening the belt and going, okay, now that's 7 we gave them. Now we got to come back.
Well, and when you look at what they did on the ensuing kickoff, where they did the surprise onside and they got it.
That's right, and got it.
And our defense was able to create a turnover after that, which that was a great statement by them, I thought.
Well, it is, and it's good coaching, because what you do is when you got somebody down, you go for the juggler. I mean, that's what you do, and they certainly, Coach Combs is a good friend of mine, and he told me, he said, Coach, we're scared because we know you guys are going to get it together at some point. And I think I remember telling you guys that. He said, we just hope it's not against us. And certainly we did get some things together, but once again, it was too late. But they came with a game plan to be very aggressive up front. They had changed a little bit of their return game up. We had prepared for one thing, they did something else, and they wound up getting 7 free points off of it. And then they turn around and take advantage of the fact we got some young guys up front that run out of there, and they get an onside kick, which was executed to perfection. So we dug ourselves a hole very, very quickly, but I cannot say enough about our coaching staff and about our players. And I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to toot the horn of the 72 or the 82, however many fans that we had in the stands at that game. It was exciting, man. Yeah. Those people, they were pulling hard. They were in sync together, and our players fed off of it. And it goes to show, you may not have the numbers, but if you got the right people cheering, the right people behind you, the right people in those stands, it can make a difference. And they certainly connected with our kids, loved the fight that we had, and once again, hated that we came up short. But at the end of the day, very, very proud of the way our guys played.
Very good. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Direct Packaging is your complete one-stop packaging supplier of choice. In addition to being the largest in-stock packaging and adhesive supplier in North Georgia, Direct Packaging also manufactures boxes while adhering to the same service standards our customers have come to expect. With over 170,000 square feet of packaging and specialty films, boxes, and adhesives, we are the leader for packaging supplies. Direct Packaging is committed to our customers. We have a dedicated fleet ready to serve you. We pride ourselves in being able to deliver upon receipt in a 60-mile radius within a 4-hour window. Our friendly staff is very knowledgeable and willing to help in any way that we can. With years of experience in the packaging industry, we can find the right product that suits your packaging needs. Direct Packaging also believes in supporting our community. We proudly serve by giving back to local organizations that make the Dalton area such a great place to live. Proud of the work we do, dedicated to the customers we serve. Direct Packaging, your largest single-source packaging distributor manufacturer in North Georgia. Contact us today.
Kaler Industrial Sales After Hours Service, this is Raymond. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure can. We can meet you in about 15 minutes. Does that work? Hey, Heath, you got to go to work.
I'm going.
Good hit, Aiden, good hit.
Papa, why are you and Dad always running off to work like that?
Well, at Kaler Industrial, we always tell our customers we don't expect their business, we earn their business.
Back to the Catamount Football Show, and we've got Coach John Patrick. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Coach Mayo. It's good to be here.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about your responsibilities with the Catamount football team this year. Kind of give us a rundown on what you're doing and your people and that kind of thing.
Sure. Well, I guess coming into the year, we really weren't sure what our responsibilities were. There were so many question marks, but
absolutely.
I've
asked the kid. I've asked the kids about preparing for the season under the conditions we were in, but talk about it from a coaching perspective. How it affected you and
sure
and everybody else.
I guess it's got to be very difficult to be a player, to be a student right now, because it's just the fear of the unknown. You're grown men. We take risks. Right. Some more than others all the time in our lives. When you buy a house, that kind of stuff. There's always some unknowns there, but we've never been in this kind of situation. So hats off to teams and players across the country that are having to deal with this. And for us, I think just the perspective of one day at a time this summer, and 1 week at a time, and then just working to get to the next day, because we had no idea if there was going to be another shutdown. And then once the season starts, it's like I said, from 1 week to the next, just we try to be as best prepared as we can, but also kind of expecting the worst, I guess, in that case.
Well, thinking back to this summer, for the sophomores, juniors, and seniors, we kind of knew who they were and knew who to expect, but you working with the freshmen, trying to transition them virtually from 8th grade, when they were the last time they were in school was in March, to showing up to actually Zoom meetings and whatever things we were doing in the spring and the summer, and then getting them on campus on June the 8th. That had to be quite a task, just like herding cats, I imagine.
I tell you what, it was, Coach Land and I worked together and felt like we had a good plan to communicate with the kids. And really, I think it's something that we take to the future. Normally, it's spring practice for a week, and then, the weight room in the summer, the facility in the summer. But we're reaching out to these kids back in March, every week, and helping them work through some stuff that they've got, dealing with brothers and sisters and parents and loneliness and, all the unknowns. So I think with this group, it's a little more special for me because of that communication aspect, because we did make sure that we're keeping all these guys, keeping up with them and making sure they know they're loved, and that there's people out here that care for them and want them to see them be successful.
Yep.
So
and I think one of the other curveballs that we've had to deal with is, due to the conditions, there were kind of a lack of teams for us to play on the sub-varsity level. So we ended up with a hybrid freshman / JV, some only JV type schedule. So that's been a little bit of a juggling act too, hasn't it?
It has. Tennessee schools were allowed one sub-varsity team, so most of them, they picked JV teams. So our freshmen were able to pick up 3 games this year, but Coach Land allowed the freshman staff to be a part of the JV games and call them plays, and so we kind of had to step up our game for that, that next age group, and he's done that some in the past, so we were prepared for it, just watching our kids mesh in with the JV kids, the sophomores, has been that's been a real test this year too. Something we hadn't had to really deal with really towards the end of the freshman season.
Right.
So, you've called plays at a couple of the games, but didn't know the personnel. So you allowed me to come in and take care of the personnel for the offensive line and really the skill positions too. So. We've enjoyed that, and the kids
had to be the brains of that outfit.
Yeah,
right?
We're kind of lacking. The freshman staff is kind of lacking in that area.
So I got to ask you another question now. So you've seen football from a lot of Dalton football from a lot of different perspectives, and now you're getting to see it from another perspective as a dad. Sitting in the box watching your son Charlie, number 72, play right tackle for us. How has that been on Friday nights?
That's it has been a challenge. We talked. From the first game, and really from the first practice this season, watching him struggle and get coached and love football one day and hate football the next day. Just knowing that we've got to compartmentalize that when we get to the house. Football is on the football field, at the field house, the practice facility, and we come home and I can be dad and I can love him and tell him what a great job he did. And if he wants to watch film, we'll watch film together. And as a coach, it's definitely,
because you have a little bit. I mean, you even have a bit more of a bleed over with that, because you work with the freshmen, but you also work with us with offensive line.
Sure.
So you're with us all the time. So now you've got.
Sure.
Charlie to.
Yeah, and the coaching can get in the way a little bit,
Sure.
but fortunately he's pretty sharp.
He is.
He knows that he's got to know what to do, and generally he's got to know what the people around him need to do. So I think that helps that situation. So we're working through it.
It's been fun to watch him kind of grow up, right?
Yeah, it has. I think he's done.
Thrown in the fire.
He's definitely. From day one, not having any varsity snaps along with the rest of this offensive line. They have 2 games. They finally settled down after the first game.
I think this is where all that graze come from.
Yeah, it has. It has. But then having 3 weeks off and having restart the season against Carrollton, number 2 team in the state. So absolutely. I think it's tough.
Before we wrap up, talk a little bit about the rest of your family.
Sure. Melanie's in her, I believe, 17th year at Dalton High School, teaching. My daughter Katie is a junior, which that allows for the other half of the gray hairs. She's a junior at Kennesaw State. So we're just trying to take it one day at a time.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on. You do a great job. Appreciate everything you do for Catamount football.
Thank you.
Stay right here back with more Catamount football after these messages.
Day by day, state by state, our country has begun to reopen. At Engineered Floors, employee safety is paramount, and we continue to take every precaution necessary to ensure a safe work environment while continuing to provide America and the world with quality floor covering solutions. To us, American-made means something, possibly now more than ever. Our commitment to manufacturing 100% of our carpet in Northwest Georgia remains steadfast in defiance of these current challenges. It is in the face of adversity that the perseverance and spirit of the American workforce shines brightest. As open signs flicker on, as streets begin to fill, it is the hands underneath the gloves and the faces behind the masks that will see us through. We are all in this together, and we will overcome.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Welcome back to the show. We've got our player interview segment. Guys, welcome to the show and introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Brock Johnson, middle linebacker, number 18, and a junior.
Wesley Yarbrough, receiver, senior, number 81.
All right, Wesley, let's start with you. So tell me about being a senior this year. It's been a strange, I've talked to the other guys we've had on the show. The lead up to the season was certainly very, very different, right? You guys were out of school. We weren't able to do much this summer. Right. Talk about the preparation for the season and kind of what it means to you, this being your last season.
Well, it was definitely different. Not being able to have spring practice was definitely very different. And then, we finally got to work out on June 8th, and we've just been working every day ever since then, just trying to make the most of every day because, nothing's guaranteed this year. Yep. So just had to make the most of every day.
I think you make a great point because you see every week, there's roughly, 400 teams in Georgia that play high school football. There's 10 or 20 games canceled every week because of somebody having COVID issues. And so I think you make a great point about nothing being guaranteed. Do you guys talk about that, how you want to handle that as a group and to trying to be smart about what you're doing? And
you just got to make every day count. Yeah. Just come work hard every day and you just got to make sure that you give it your all every day because you never know if it's going to be the last day of practice or the last game.
Absolutely.
And so you just got to give it everything so you leave with no regrets.
That's a great way to look at it. You've gotten a little different look at, we went into a new region. Now the one we were in previously was really good. This one is really good or maybe better. So what's been your impression of the teams, of where we've been, the places we've gone and the teams that we've seen?
They've definitely got some nice facilities, a lot of big guys, fast guys, a lot of talent and skill. You see a lot of, D1 recruits and offers and as such, but we've, managed to put up a fight against almost all of them. And, no matter what, no matter how good they are, we're going to show up every day to compete no matter what.
Talk about that because you make a great point. Even though the record is certainly not what we want it to be, the team has fought every game down to the last snap, right? Where does that come from?
Right. I mean, it's just in every player and the work that we put in every day. This team just wants to win no matter what. Mm-hmm. Whatever it takes, we're going to do it. And we're just going to work hard every day no matter what the score is. We're just going to give everything we have.
Absolutely. Take these last 3 games one at a time and try to roll up a few wins, right?
Right.
Well, thanks for coming on the show. Doing a great job.
Thank you.
Brock, let's talk to you. Let me ask you some of the same questions. So one of the things Wesley talked about was the size of the people in this new region we're in. You see that a lot firsthand with the guards and tackles coming after you. Talk about some of those matchups you've had so far.
You definitely don't get any small ones. They come pretty big and very fast at you. So you just got to do with what you have and make the best of it.
Yeah. Talk about your role as a middle linebacker in the Catamount defense. What are some of the responsibilities and things that you need to do in order for the defense to be successful?
I mean, I take a big part in making sure everyone knows what to do, and especially the D-line, getting them in the right spots and making sure they know what to do, and making sure I know where to go and what to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Some of the running backs we've seen have been really talented.
They have.
What's been your impression of those guys with some of the teams we played so far? Who have you seen that really impressed you?
Carrollton's running back. He was fast, big, and he impressed me a pretty good bit.
Yeah. Talk about preparation for this week's game with Douglas County.
Just go at it.
We had a bye week last week, right? So we got to do a little work on Douglas County last week, and now going into game week, what are you guys going to be focusing on this week?
Pretty much just fundamentals.
Yeah.
Making sure we have everything down and know what to do, and making sure we can execute.
I think one of the things that you see about our defense over the years is, and you know, certainly every team every once in a while has a bad game, but our tackling has always been pretty solid. How often do you guys work on that, and how big of a part of that is your daily routine?
I mean, it's every day in practice. We get a solid 30 minutes of tackling in, and that's every day, every practice.
Every player too, right?
Every player.
Defensive backs, linebackers, defensive linemen, doesn't matter who you are.
They're making sure we do not miss when it counts.
You're out there tackling, right?
Yes.
That's good. So talk to me about kind of your goals for the rest of the season for yourself and for our team.
To play the best that I can and play for my team, and make sure that we end it in a good way.
Excellent. I like it.
With not a bad taste in our mouth.
All right, very good. Guys, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you the rest of the season. Stay right here back with more Catamount football after these messages.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
My name is Kelsey Harmon, and this is the Chick-fil-A Cow, and Chick-fil-A Dalton is excited to announce that we will be teaming up with the Dalton High Quarterback Club again this season. We will be providing fans with the awesome tailgate experience starting at 5:30. Be sure to be here by 6 o'clock for the catwalk and visit our tent for dinner before the game. As always, Chick-fil-A reminds you to eat more chicken and go Big Red.
Well, we were almost in Alabama. Seemed like or Florida.
I felt like we drove there and then came back to the
Florida or somewhere.
No doubt, man.
It was definitely the longest road trip.
Yeah, it was. Needless to say, it was an interesting trip. This young man right here has got some speed right here, and you see right here we get caught inside and out of position, and he just turns the jet zone right here, and really burns it. Once again, though, that great job as far as they changed up a little bit their blocking scheme on that, caught us out of position, and then come back right here with just a quick kick, and you see what happens right there. They go down and recover it. So now, thankfully, first down, they moved the ball a little bit, about 5 yards, and then second down, they fumbled the ball. Great job right here, Parker Adams. The ball was just laying there. I talked to Parker about it, and I was like, I can't believe nobody's not getting on this ball. So he comes flying in and gets on and gets the ball back for the offense.
Yeah, that was a big stop right there. Because if they had gone in and scored right there,
that could have changed. Yeah, no doubt.
A definite momentum.
No doubt. And it's right there between his legs. Yeah. You see it right there. So good job right there. Love seeing those guys get in there and fight for it.
I call the point. No, it's this way, that way.
Yeah, no, it's this way, that way, this way.
So we come back on offense, and Ashton keeps on inside zone. He does a nice job of reading this play, and he's a very good runner. And there's Charlie Patrick out there with a good block on the outside linebacker to give Ashton just a little doorway to run the football. Good protection. Good job of Ashton of moving around in the pocket.
Yeah, we're a little flat on one of our routes there. Put guys too close to each other, but overall, that's a good catch. Way to step up in the pocket right here.
Yeah, he gives Kareem time to get open and a good throw and catch.
And you almost say this. They had number 70 was a very, very good, probably the best nose guards we've played so far.
Very good. End up having to kick, but we were able to flip the field position, so kick him, pin him down here on about the 7 or 8 yard line. Cross gets taken out.
That's right. Like, dude.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Great job. David Garcia right there, Brock Johnson, Caleb Hernandez, Tyson Neal. Love to see those guys fired up. You know, like I said, we knew who was going to get the ball. I mean, there was no secret how they wanted to beat us, and that was letting that young man, number 16, let him kind of do his thing. But a great job, really, really good job. They do get out of the hole and move the ball down the field a little bit, come back, and underthrow on this. Like I said, he was one of 13 for 8 yards. So a good job of our defense. Great job right there. They tried to push one deep down the middle, wind up punting to us. We get the ball about the 22-yard line.
Yep, come back with a quick throw. Just a little quick pass. Get him again for a first down. So that goes to the second quarter. We end up having to punt on this possession.
Good solid punt. Gets good height right here, good hang time, and a good job to get it down around the 29-yard line. Come back, and they try to run a little power read scheme right there. Great job by Coy Gray and Cesar Muro, Austin Fisher. Good job. They do move the ball down the field, though, and then they run inside zone right here, and number 13 is able to pick up, or number 12 is able to pick up a touchdown to go up 14-0. Little sky kick over into the boundary. Good job by Warner Ross getting it about to the 28-yard line.
Come back with a little quarterback read of our own.
Bill, talk a little bit about, you know, I hear a lot of people, Coach, why are y'all running into the short side? Why are you doing that? You got all that field. Why are you going in the short side?
Well,
explain that a little bit.
One of the things we saw on the sidelines about how they were playing us defensively, they were trying to cheat into the boundary. They put their weaker corner, we felt like, into the short side of the field, and so they were trying to help him by bringing the outside linebacker, or the spur as we call him, underneath out there. So we felt like if we attacked that side of the field, that we could create an advantage, either running it or getting the ball in Kareem's hands. So we had some success doing that during this game.
Good job right there by our defense, and I'll come back to that point in just a minute. Right here, you see they're trying to run the power read. Good job right there. Brandon Hernando, good job of David Garcia, taking up right there a little body, selling himself, and you see John Ridley in there getting on the play. Great job right there. Go back, and we have an opportunity right here for an interception. It's just a little bit low. Great job of Parker Adams. They wind up, though, moving the ball down the field on a couple of third downs, and then here you can't see because of the post, but they do wind up scoring from about 6 yards out.
So we come back with the football again, get a little pressure. Ashton's able to dance away. And
good firm throw.
Yep.
Now, the other part I wanted to talk about a little bit, though, is about the numbers, though, too. A lot of teams will play their more people to the field, so sometimes if you put your formation in the boundary, you do have a numbers advantage, an extra blocker in the hole when you do that. So we're not doing that just to do it. We're doing it with a purpose.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. You either see something or you try to get a numbers advantage on that side of the field. You can see we spent a lot of time, and purposely we were trying to get the ball on the hash to our sideline because we wanted to be able to look at that side of the defense firsthand and attack that side of the defense.
Good throw right here. First of all, you saw the previous play had a quick pass to Luke Blanchard. Then here you see A.J. Hernandez coming over from defense and helping us out, running just a quick route down the field and getting the ball out there to him. It makes a great adjustment. Now, this is interesting right here. I mean, this play right here, just a little inside zone. But you'll see right here, let's see if you'll see number 44 or 42. Boom! Yeah. Gets a little frustrating.
Absolutely. You can see Charlie Patrick out there blocking. That's one of the things that inside zone gives us the opportunity to do is play some games on the backside with the quarterback reading it. you have some options on where to block and not to block. And when you started putting him on the spur, that gave Ashton the chance to get outside.
A good job right there. Good throw by Warner Ross, who had to go to quarterback because they ripped his helmet off. Ashton stayed with the play.
Good job.
Good job getting his shoulders around.
Yep. Yeah, he went. There wasn't any break. He went from playing receiver to quarterback and threw a touchdown pass.
That's right.
So this was a big score right here before the half.
Yeah, absolutely. So 21-7, we come back with a little sky kick, and boop, right off of number 21. We get it, recover the ball. Good guys get the ball about the 38-yard line, 39-yard line. Good job by Caleb Hernandez. You'll see it again. Just a good little sky kick. We kind of had our own little kickoff games we wanted to play as well. Did a good job of it the other night.
Good protection.
Yeah, good job.
Maybe tried to throw that one in there.
Just need a little bit more air on it, right?
A little bit more air. So go to halftime.
21-7.
Buy from the pros who know at Performance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Performance Sports Academy. PerformanceSportsAcademy.com.
You know what makes Carpet Express different from other flooring companies? We care about you. So that you can make the right choice for your home, at Carpet Express we offer carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile. We don't only sell you a product. At Carpet Express, we offer quality installation backed by a warranty. We don't stock one or two products. At Carpet Express, we stock up to 100 different products in each category at affordable prices. So come to Carpet Express where we care about you.
Come back out in the second half. Start out attacking the short side of the field again.
Good firm throw right there. Way to step up. Good catch by number 5, Kareem Page. Good protection too. Now, another question that I want to ask you. Talk a little bit about this formation. It's not a formation that we normally run, but we saw something, right?
Yes. So we tried to, well, here, Luke being Luke.
Yeah.
Just running fast.
Yeah. 73-yard, I think it was. Great little hitch route, and then he just does what Luke does.
Turns it into a touchdown. That's a good job.
We need to work on our celebration.
Yeah, we do. A little bit more. Yeah, we made some formation changes during the course of the game, just based on some things they were doing defensively, trying to take advantage of some areas we thought we could attack and have some success.
And I think kind of back to Coach Napier. You know, Coach Napier was one of those, he didn't want to confuse you. He wanted it really, really simple for you as a defense because he wanted you to line up so he knew right where you're at. We, the other night, were able to kind of figure out exactly. Now, once again, right here, great job. We get down there and we were able to get the ball. The problem is, and you'll see Coach Combs, after he gets on to the young man, he does make the correct argument here, which is the ball has to hit the ground first. So we can't catch the ball in the air. And we had a nice conversation about that, and it's one of those things where you'll see it right here. It's a good sky kick, but we catch it. Had he let it hit the ground and then jumped on it, it would have been our ball.
Yep.
So anyhow, they take the ball with a short field now and move it down on us, get the ball down to about the 19. Great tackle there by Brock Johnson. You see him overcome right here. A little bit of a route. The guy slips. He steps up, makes a big tackle right there. Good job. Come back here, 16 other throws. Ball's in his hands. Good job right there by Fuller Vineyard, ripping the ball out. doing a great job. And you and I taking a bet on this. We said there's no way this guy's going to hit this ball.
After he had,
he shanked
a couple of extra points, didn't think he had a prayer of making that field goal.
Yep.
But he made it.
That's right.
I come back with buck sweep now. Again, running into the boundary. Coming back, here it comes again. Maurice running hard, picking up a first down.
Yeah, Maurice had probably one of the most physical games that he's really had in a while. And you see this right here. And you need that out of Maurice. I mean, this is one of those games, he weighs 207 pounds. He's got to play like he weighs 207 pounds.
Fake punt. There was more trickeration in the kicking game from both sides. More things, more funny things. I mean, more just, things that don't have much. Fake punts, you got onside kicks, you got sky kicks, you got a kickoff return.
Well, and when you're where you are, you got to pull them all.
Absolutely.
You got to pull out all the stops.
But it was on both sides.
That's right.
And you think about people don't pay much attention to special teams. That's huge right
That's
there.
right. That's right. Well, we spend 20, 25 minutes a day on special teams.
So, again, coming after him on the short side and get a touchdown out of it right there.
And this is one of those mismatches that you talked about earlier. We had number 5 for us against number 4 for them, and we kind of knew that was the person that we could kind of pick on and to get a little bit of an advantage. Great route, though, there by Kareem. I don't know if you saw that, but a great job there.
Yeah, the guy wasn't even – it was a hitch and go, and the guy wasn't even up playing the hitch, and Kareem still ran by him.
Yeah, still ran by him.
That's why we kept attacking that side.
That's right. So great job right there. J.J. Robledo, Pepe Lara, they do a great job. And then here we come back, and once again you see another onside attempt, and a great job right there by Parker Adams getting his second one on the night. So that was awesome. Love to see those guys. We work hard on that. All of our special teams units do, and you see right here just a good little squick, bam.
What a doink.
Love our coaches, though, getting excited. Love the kids getting excited. That's really what it's about. That's what it's about. Love to see that energy right there.
So here comes the offense back. There's Maurice.
And this is an important series, we should say. We really need to get something right here.
Good job. There's Isaac McDean out there making a good block.
4th down right here.
Come back with buck sweep. Good hard run by Maurice. Good blocking by Ricky Sandoval and Ty Thurman. Pulling there as a Ty kick-out block, and Ricky wraps up on one of the backers. So we got the end of the 3rd and going into the 4th. There's Maurice.
We had that right there.
Absolutely. Stay on your feet. That was a good job by 44 to knock him through right there.
Yeah, it really was.
But good effort getting in the end zone for a touchdown.
And, man, we go up.
I know what everybody was saying. The sideline was buzzing. That was great.
So 28-24. Feeling pretty good. Yep. I mean, it really felt like we had momentum here on our side. And certainly you come back right here and get a good stop. You're thinking, okay, if we get a stop, can we at least get us another field goal, make it a 7-point game? But then we get this play right here, and it's just a little slip right here. One guy not being quite where he's supposed to be. They do a good job of hooking us on one of our blocks and take it down to about the 3-yard line. Good tackle there by Brady Penley. And then they just muscle us in right here and go up 31-28 on us.
Still got 10 minutes to go in the game.
And then here's Luke being Luke.
Yep.
Great job getting it inside. We wanted to try to, as you mentioned earlier, keep it on our boundary. And here you just see him doing a good job of just getting outside, getting it down about the 43, 44-yard line.
We come back running into that short side of the field, attacking that side of the defense again.
Hard 8 yards, man.
Yep. First down. Back.
And we caught the safety creeping. We had him right where we wanted him, but we didn't look off the backside. Safety needed to have held him and wound up. We threw it right into him. Defense does a great job. Bows back, comes in right here, and stops him right here on I think 3 downs. We got him out. I think there was a penalty on the down because at one point it was a really long 4th and 3rd and like 30-something. So a great job right here. Once again, Tyson Neal, Caleb Hernandez. And now I felt pretty good because I knew they're trying to run the clock out.
Right.
So we knew that at this point they were scared. I mean, they had some worries. We just need to get the ball back. We had certainly moved it. And then right here they run on this 3rd down and long. They run just a little quarterback sneak, and a great job right there. Tate Benton coming up, making a big play right there. Good job, Mauricio.
Yep. Tate does a good job of fighting off the blocker there and getting
absolutely
keeping contained on the quarterback.
Yep, I said that. I think that's Bryson. Great job. Great job. We'll get a punt, and it shanks out of bounds right here.
Good catch.
Yeah, great job by Fuller Vineyard. Being awake on the sidelines. That's good.
So we get the ball in good field position.
Yep. Kind of really feeling like, okay, we're about to score right here and kind of really kind of win this thing out. Not wanting to be in a big rush because we're really wanting to try to kill the time best we can. And then we get just a little bootleg play right here. Wanted to try to get the ball in the middle of the field, and we just don't get it high enough. They're so long, and that kid right there just made a great play. We had the receiver right where we wanted him, right in that little soft cushion, and threw it right to him. So, regrettably, we come up short, 31-28.
Hi, I'm Charles R. Hicks Sr., the owner here at Transformers Transmission Complete Auto Repair Specialist. Welcome to our brand new facility. Here at Transformers, we specialize in all automatic and manual foreign and domestic transmissions, not to mention brakes, AC tune-ups, and much more. Come on in and relax in our lounge while our technicians take care of your automotive needs. Here at Transformers Transmission, we can make it shift, we can make it cold, we can make it stop, and I guarantee we can make it go.
Jason Denson, Ford of Dalton, North Georgia's fastest growing dealership. New vehicles come with my exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile warranty. I will do whatever it takes to earn your business. Ford of Dalton, there's no reason to shop anywhere else.
Homeward bound, I wish I was homeward bound. Home, where my thoughts.
Why should you make the switch to First Bank of Dalton?
My bank gives back to our community.
My bank understands our changing needs.
My bank made my dream home my home.
My bank has the tools I need to manage my business.
My bank helps me save.
My bank makes decisions locally.
Need more reasons? Stop by and see why First Bank of Dalton should be your bank for life.
Welcome back to Catamount Football, and Coach, we've got the University of Douglas County coming to Harmon Field this Friday
Another
night.
top five defense.
Another top five defense. Making a joke, but they've got two D1 guys in their front four.
Yeah, and that's just the front four.
That's just
that's
the front
not
four.
The rest of the
that's
team.
Right.
That's just the
not
front
the rest
four.
of the defense.
Yeah, I'll talk about their offense, and you take the defense. Speaking about them offensively, I'm a little more scared about this team than probably any team that we've had, because most of the other teams offensively, certainly the defense has been their strength, but offense, you had one or two guys that you knew was they were the playmakers. They were the ones you had to shut down. Last week, Alexander, we knew it was a quarterback. I mean, at the end of the day, they were going to go empty, and it was you on that quarterback. Had a little fast guy at tailback. I mean, they threw the ball they were 1 of 8 passing for 13 yards. Still scored 31 points because they were able to run basically jet sweeps and stuff like that, quarterback reads, power reads, things like that. When you think about that in contrast to Douglas County, I get scared because I don't see one or two guys that's the targets. These are the guys we've got to stop. What I see is this guy's good and this guy has a skill set and this guy's good and this guy. So to me, it's the most balanced offense that we've seen thus far. Now, Carrollton was close, but this team is even more so to me. They're very, very dangerous. And so, like I said, this is one of those where you can't take one piece or one part away. We're going to have to play good defense across the board, defensively.
They're a four-man front, like we saw at Rome, but this is probably the most talented defensive front seven that we've seen.
Yeah.
And I'm including Carrollton in that. I mean, these guys have one defensive end going to Tech and a 3 technique that's going to Georgia, along with some other really good players around them. So it's going to be a battle trying to deal with those guys up front.
Very good in the secondary. Number 9 is certainly a D1 player. 2 linebackers that are D1-esque type players. That one linebacker, 6'2", 236.
Yeah, he can really run too. I mean, when you look at him on film, he looks like kind of a round guy. But when you watch him run, the guy can run. He can get out and move. So it's going to be a real battle. We're going to have to figure out some things offensively, what we want to try to do, what we're trying to take advantage of, and not try to force things that maybe we just we're not capable of executing right now.
Special teams very sound. Got a good good kickoff person. He's going to kick it down to about the 5. Can sneak it in the end zone every now and then, but you're going to have to be very, very solid in your front. Punter, he's erratic, but sometimes that's good because it doesn't really give you the opportunity to return the ball, and that's something we've not been able to do for the last couple of weeks, or really probably the majority of this last part of the season. We've not been able to get a return game. We've got 2 really good returners, and we hadn't been able to. So we got our work cut out for us, but we're going to try to create some opportunities in special teams.
We don't have much of a history of these guys. We played them 4 years ago,
2008,
in the playoffs. But that's really the first time I can remember in a long time, right? That we had, if ever we had played them. So should be a same coach though, same head coach.
Same head coach, and these guys that are playing today were freshmen at that time. So and had offers from Clemson and Alabama as freshmen
at that point, right?
So like I said, they've not gotten any worse. That's for sure.
There you go. All right, we'll be back in just a minute with more Catamount football.
Kaler Industrial Sales after hours service. This is Raymond. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, sure can. We can meet you in about 15 minutes. Does that work? Hey, Heath, you got to go to work.
I'm go.
Good hit, Aiden. Good hit.
Papa, why are you and Dad always running off to work like that?
Well, at Kaler Industrial, we always tell our customers we don't expect their business, we earn their business.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
My name is Kelsey Harmon, and this is the Chick-fil-A Cow, and Chick-fil-A Dalton is excited to announce that we will be teaming up with the Dalton High Quarterback Club again this season. We will be providing fans with the awesome tailgate experience starting at 5:30. Be sure to be here by 6 o'clock for the catwalk and visit our tent for dinner before the game. As always, Chick-fil-A reminds you to eat more chicken and go Big Red.
Buy from the pros who know at Performance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Performance Sports Academy. PerformanceSportsAcademy.com.
You know what makes Carpet Express different from other flooring companies? We care about you. So that you can make the right choice for your home, at Carpet Express we offer carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile. We don't only sell you a product. At Carpet Express, we offer quality installation backed by a warranty. We don't stock 1 or 2 products. At Carpet Express, we stock up to 100 different products in each category at affordable prices. So come to Carpet Express where we care about you.
Direct Packaging is your complete one-stop packaging supplier of choice. In addition to being the largest in-stock packaging and adhesive supplier in North Georgia, Direct Packaging also manufactures boxes while adhering to the same service standards our customers have come to expect. With over 170,000 square feet of packaging and specialty films, boxes, and adhesives, we are the leader for packaging supplies. Direct Packaging is committed to our customers. We have a dedicated fleet ready to serve you. We pride ourselves in being able to deliver upon receipt in a 60-mile radius within a 4-hour window. Our friendly staff is very knowledgeable and willing to help in any way that we can. With years of experience in the packaging industry, we can find the right product that suits your packaging needs. Direct Packaging also believes in supporting our community. We proudly serve by giving back to local organizations that make the Dalton area such a great place to live. Proud of the work we do, dedicated to the customers we serve. Direct Packaging, your largest single-source packaging distributor manufacturer in North Georgia. Contact us today.
Day by day, state by state, our country has begun to reopen. At Engineered Floors, employee safety is paramount, and we continue to take every precaution necessary to ensure a safe work environment while continuing to provide America and the world with quality floor covering solutions. To us, American-made means something, possibly now more than ever. Our commitment to manufacturing 100% of our carpet in Northwest Georgia remains steadfast in defiance of these current challenges. It is in the face of adversity that the perseverance and spirit of the American workforce shines brightest. As open signs flicker on, as streets begin to fill, it is the hands underneath the gloves and the faces behind the masks that will see us through. We are all in this together, and we will overcome.
All right, Coach, we've come to the end of another segment.
Mm-hmm.
We got through Halloween this past weekend, so we're rolling into November, and we're starting to see more COVID type. I was saying earlier, there's about 400 schools in the state of Georgia that play football. So every week you've got about 200 games, and it seems like every week there's 5 to 10% of the games are getting canceled. What are we seeing as far as our guys go, and kind of where are we with that whole situation?
Yeah, well, we've been extremely blessed in the fact that we have most of what we have had, well, in fact, all of what we had until recently. We just had our first positive test during the season. Once again, was not as a result like there's a great study that was out there that's been done by the state of Wisconsin, University of Wisconsin, and the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic League that shows that, the highest connection of this when they do the contact tracing is number one in the home residential environment, and second of all in the community environment.
Of course, do we trust Wisconsin? They just had
that's good point. Good
22.
Point. That's right. Yeah, no, 22 plus 10 staff members or whatever. But less than it was actually less than 0.5% in the athletic contact tracing, and we certainly have kind of represented that. However, we currently do have 8 players, 4 to 5 of which are starters, key contributors, that we will be out this week because of quarantining. So that in and of itself is the challenge. It's not as much the COVID. If you have COVID, you test positive for COVID, then you're out 10 days from the date of your test. If you are exposed, then you're out 14 days from that date of last contact with the person that has it. And right now, currently, I think based on what I'm hearing out of coaches, what I'm reading, what I'm seeing, certainly what we're experiencing, the exposure quarantation has been much greater than any one city. We've got it here, this kid's got it here. We had one that had it in the summer early on, and then two early in the summer, and then we had this one here. So we've really had a very low number of actual COVID cases, but the exposure, because of classrooms, because of workouts, because of meetings, whatever it might be, that contact has certainly kind of captured some of our kids. So we'll be able to out 8 this week.
Well, it makes sense that if you just look in general, numbers are going up, I guess, because of the cooler weather, people going inside, and probably people just getting tired of dealing with it.
Right.
So
absolutely.
It would make
That's
sense that as a team, we're going to start feeling a little bit more. But like you said, we've been very fortunate not to have any games canceled or postponed or rescheduled due to any issues.
Yeah, and I would kind of offer this, at least as I've been asked this question, and so this kind of gets it out there, at least from a conversational standpoint. Pickens, I believe, last couple of weeks has been basically shut down for 2 weeks.
Right.
Rome was shut down as the school, but they left open, my understanding, the athletic, the extracurricular events. They continue to do those. So where would we fall? Don't really know, because we're not been faced with that yet. I would say that the exposure rate that my understanding that school systems goes by is 10%. Once you have 10% of your student body that is exposed to the flu, then you shut the school down basically for 2 weeks. I'm not sure. I know the question has been asked because it has to take two different forms. Number one, is there a different rate for COVID? So are we using a number like 8% or 7%? And then number two, which is more relevant to today, is that 10, 8, 6%, whatever that number is that of your total student body, or is that of the face-to-face student body? You see, so there's once again, I know everybody hates this phrasing, but this is really we're building the airplane as we fly it, and so we don't really have that kind of information. That's the kind of information as soon as we get, we'll certainly share with our players and share with our coaches and families.
Absolutely. All right. Before we go, let's talk home game coming up.
Home game next 2 weeks. Really want to invite everybody out. We've got we got Douglas County this week, and then the next week is Paulding County for a homecoming. Obviously no dance, but still we'll have all the activities that go along with it. Just not going to have the dance. So really want to encourage everybody, get out and watch Catamounts play this week and next week while we're at home, and then that third week we go to East Paulding.
Absolutely. All right, we'll wrap up the show like we always do. Say we'll be back next week, same cat time, same cat channel.
Go Big Red.